Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend DG Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Captain Lunatics podcast.
I'm here for Peter. Peter Parker.
Sure. Anyway, welcome back to another episode of the Ultimate Spider Cast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is that threat, that menace.
The thwippiest thwipping podcast host in town, Lilith Hellfire.
And today we are covering another classic arc, Amazing Spider-Man 88 through 90. Warning, someone dies. For real. And then we'll get to some talk of some new books, perhaps a Amazing Spider-Man 87 from the current run, and Mary Jane Black Cat. Beyond. Oh, we're going to
Good morning, Russell.
Present your face, Russell.
I don't know. It could be a surprise. It could be Kona. I don't know. Somebody didn't allow their permissions on the Facebook app.
Oh, I thought you looked. I thought you knew it was Russell, but I believe.
I just assumed.
I was going to say I believe if he. Yes, that's Russell. Russell Moran of Tomes of Evil, part of the Devil's Reign crossover.
And don't forget the Howard the Duck podcast. That's the only podcast I care about now.
Oh, that's true. Yes, and yes, he's teamed up with that maniac Noel Tate for Trapped in a World, the Howard the Duck podcast. Militia cameo in the Hobgoblin audio recreation. Oh god. No, my team's not.
I don't know what's going on.
My team's not helping you, Russell. I auditioned for Spider-Man and you turned me down.
It wasn't Ben Reilly, right?
No, it wasn't Ben Reilly. I don't think it was.
Well, if it was Ben Reilly, then we would fight. But
oh, nice. Oh, that's true, Russell. I want Ben Reilly. Oh, good lord. All right, so it's too early for this.
I agree. It is too early for this. Boop.
Well, I think he works at night. Go to bed then, fool. And hey, give me that Winter Soldier episode already. See what's like working for me. All right, so yes, check out the Howard the Duck, Tomes of Evil, and the Howard the Duck podcast.
It's not just for boys.
Quack quack.
Lilith, the drunk girl that harasses Peter at a party. Oh my god, he wants you to be the. Oh my! I know exactly what you're recreating, Russell. Oh my god, Amazing Spider-Man 249. Are you doing the beginning of that? Is that you're talking about the beginning of that issue when he's at Harry's party?
Oh no, I'm down.
Hey-oh. That's your first line.
Exactly. Winter Soldier is a villain. Sorry.
He's a former villain. Animal.
Cap
yeah, I know.
Is a villain too, and I'm not talking about John Walker, but you ain't heard that from me.
Hey-oh. Hearsay. Yes, the animal shirt. He wears an Amazing 249. He's wearing this week. We're going to get there. Phil thought Russ was Noel. It's not just for boys. Jeez. No, I'm just saying that's your partner there saying that.
Booty looks good all the time.
Promoting your Howard the Duck podcast. You're welcome.
My fetish is to get touched by a white man with cornrows.
Justin Timberlake? I know somebody who has that fetish.
Jesus. She gonna beat you. Booty.
You gotta rub that one in.
There you go, Russell.
So
don't boobs scare me.
Those boobs scare me.
All right.
You gotta rub that one in.
Sorry, people. All right, so yeah, let's get to these.
We gotta rustle up some patronage. Sorry.
That's right.
You too can be pandered to for just starting at $3.
Exactly, kids. Exactly. Or even $1. Oh God, corkscrew. Yes, we know about the ducks. Okay. All right. So
I hope he was talking about the ducks.
I hope so too. All right. So the first issue, Amazing Spider-Man 88 from September 1970. Before all our times, I think even Charlie Esser.
Yes, even Charlie Esser.
Oh my God. Get ready for this, Hellfire. Cover price 15 cents.
I need a time travel machine for the last damn time.
Can you imagine if comics were 15? I'd be like, give me everything that came out this month.
This year.
Exactly. Well, every week, just go in and be like, give me everything that came out this week. Cold undead udders. Yes. Okay, Howard the Duck. We get it.
Oh my.
I believe he's talking about the when Howard fought the Hell Cow.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes, kids. Dracula, yes, made a vampire out of a cow. Read Howard the Duck.
It was a weird time. Don't ask.
Wild like an animal.
All right, so not to spoil this story, but the title, The Arms of Dr. Octopus.
In the arms of an octopus.
Hey, we're doing me now?
Oh my God, Russell, if you ever do recreate an audio recreation of a Doc Ock story, you got to get Charlie Esser.
It's got to be white suit Otto, though.
Yeah. He'd probably even dress the part if he has a white suit. Oh my. All right. Did we cover this one when you were on Tomes? What, this Doc Ock story? I don't think. Oh, maybe. I don't know. All right. So, leave me alone, Russell. I'm trying to do a show. All right. All right. Writer Stan Lee.
Excelsior.
Penciler John Romita Sr.
Retroactively.
Yes. Yes, back then it was John Romita. Inker Jim Mooney, letterer Sam Rosen, and editor Stan Lee. Oh, he's editing his own
This is
stuff.
a classic.
Excelsior.
Yeah.
It's a stand crime.
Oh. Oh my God. That should be a new that should be a new segment. Be like anytime we do a Stan Lee story and it's like really good, be like, it's Stan on Stan crime. Nice.
Excelsior.
But
See,
like,
this
why
woman
would they put his arms on display at a museum? I don't get it. They're just begging for the place to get robbed.
I know, but it's just like he is locked up so far away, and he'll never
And
get
it's
these
like
arms
the
back.
Museum of Natural Science. There's nothing natural about those arms. What the hell, man?
I guess it's like, look what human ingenuity has built, even though it was a deranged mind. Sorry, Charlie.
He knows. Deep down, he knows.
I
That's
know.
why he relates so well.
Oh my! When the mechanical arms of Dr.
Hear this?
That's true. He doesn't listen to any of our podcasts. When the mechanical arms of Dr. Octopus are put on display at New York's Museum of Natural Science, Otto, please, those things are unnatural science. Fight me, nerds.
I don't think those are
Those are
tentacles.
tentacles. Thank you. You beat me to the punchline.
Otto Octavius uses his mental link to them to command them to go to the prison where he is
But
being held
Do we
prisoner.
talk about that enough? How, like, in the 60s, he was literally dreaming up all the stuff that Elon Musk and freaking douchebag Facebook owner guy wants to do, are doing right now, like way back when. Isn't that kind of amazing? Hell.
Yep. Well, the end result is always the same. They all want the money.
You need
They're all
the
super
money,
villains.
Jimmy,
That's the
Jimmy.
point.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You hit him right in the face with that sack.
Well, he was in prison. So yeah, he mentally commands the arms to bust him out of prison. Happening by, Spider-Man tries to stop the arms, but has to let them go when the damage they cause affects the structural integrity of a building. And Spider-Man has to focus his powers on preventing the building from collapsing until it can be evacuated.
Just web it up, baby. Web it up.
Whip, whip. He then returns to his apartment and changes back to Peter Parker so that he can catch up with his studies, but ends up falling asleep.
Classic Peter.
The next day, Peter goes to class and is asked to see and is asked to see Professor Warren.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
Man,
Grades
talk
are
about
getting low, kid.
wild like an animal.
Wild like an animal.
Where's the jackal nuggets? Peter Warren. All right, watch this. Warren warns Peter that his grades are getting dangerously low, and if they continue to drop, he may lose his scholarship. Meanwhile, the arms of Dr. Octopus manage to reach the prison and break their master free. Putting on his arms once more, Octopus flees the prison to begin his criminal activities anew. Octopus then takes control of an aircraft bound for New York, which is carrying General Sue, a military leader from a foreign country who's going to the UN building in New York to sign important paperwork. Yeah, man, he's closing on that house.
Can we just talk about how, like, college tuition in 1970 was probably, like, less than $1,000 a year? And he's got a scholarship.
Or how much mortgages were, or yeah, any of it.
Jacking with the Jackal, is that an OnlyFans segment? I'm scared.
It sounds like a Tomes of Evil. Sounds like a Tomes of Evil Patreon exclusive. You know how many stories I do a year, Russell? I can't remember.
Exactly.
I write everything down. Octopus takes the plane hostage, and when it lands in New York,
How rude! It's like just Octopus. You're not gonna put some respect on his name, Doctor.
okay, Doc Ock takes the plane hostage. When it lands in New York, there, Octopus demands a ransom of $10 million.
I mean, that's like literally $1 trillion in 2022 money.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say that's 1970s money, baby.
He's gonna buy himself that nuclear plant.
He's gonna buy Canada.
No. Canada has oil. It's worth much
I
more
know.
than that.
Yeah. Peter Parker, who's there covering the story for the Bugle, boards the plane as Spider-Man. Fighting Octopus, Spider-Man
Getting
managed.
that through TSA in 2022.
I know. Hey, what's his opening shot? Webs him right in the face.
Not in the face.
During their fight, the doctor manages to activate the plane's engines with one of his arms. When the plane moves down the runway out of control, Spider-Man flees the jet, and it soon crashes. Everyone believes that Octopus died in the crash. However, Spider-Man is not convinced that this is the end of his old foe.
Duh.
When are we going to cover Man Mountain Marco? When do we want Charlie Esser on the show? That's why.
Shh, don't say it 2 more times. He will appear. He showed up last week out of nowhere.
Oh God. Oh, you know how they advertise this? The return of Dr. Octopus plus the dramatic flight of any
fight
giant
on a plane. Yeah.
747. Oh my God. Tentacles on a plane.
I'm tired of these tentacles on this mother freaking plane.
This one is solid dynamite all the way. And John Jameson recounts how he has faced Dr. Octopus in the past. He is referring to the events of Amazing Spider-Man 56.
Volume 1, naturally.
Oh yeah, this is
Can you
all
imagine
volume
if we never stopped numbering it? Wouldn't it be amazing? Hey-o.
one.
Wouldn't it be spectacular? Hey-o.
Hey-o. Hey, yes, Little Hellfire. We would this week we would be at issue 888.
Oh, come on.
Oh my God, we're like literally like 800. We're covering in the issue 800 issues previous to the new one.
Wow, that's pretty cool, actually.
I know. Good Lord.
Damn comics. Tradition. Legacy.
Damn business. All right, so what did you think of this one, Love?
It's a lot of setup, but they actually managed to get to a fight in the first issue. Like, modern comics literally could never.
Oh, no.
Doc Ock boarding the plane would have been like the final page or something.
Especially if it was like, I'm sorry, especially if it was Bendis, there'd be one issue just where he's talking to the hostages and making his demands.
Have you seen Dr. Octopus? Have you seen him? I haven't seen him.
What? You want $10 million? That's right, 10 million. 10 million? Yes, 10 million.
Nobody's got that kind of money. It's 1970.
I don't care, you fools.
We need the money. Gimme.
Put it in the bag.
You hit him right in the face with that sack.
But yeah, this is like classic Ramita too.
Oh yeah.
So good. I mean, the late 60s, 70s style is like, if you only have read modern comics, might not be up your alley, but I enjoy like that vintage feel when I read these books.
Oh yeah. Definitely. I like when you can like look at a book and you can tell exactly when it was like made.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ramita
So,
Senior. I mean,
yeah. Enough said.
enough said. All right. So next issue.
Yeah. I love the cover on this one.
Doc Ock lives.
The most spine chilling battle. I see what you did there.
Oh my.
You know, honestly, I'd like that update that, like, say, like, Dr. Octopus had, like, he had, like, multiple sclerosis or something, and that's why he created it. I think that would be a fun update.
No, it's just he's handling radioactive wasteland so far.
I know.
All right.
That part needs an update. That's all I'm saying.
And I like they didn't make the kids wait. It's like next month. Oh, you thought he was dead? No.
It's been 86 years.
It's been 30 whole days. All right, so Amazing Spider-Man 89, October 1970. Again, the title gives it away. Doc Ock lives.
They weren't worried about spoilers back then. Like, honestly, social media has really ruined the comic book industry, if we're going to be fair.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this one, Ramita's still inking it, but pencil or Gil Kane.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Ramita got pulled elsewhere.
Oh yeah, those days I think they were all working on multiple books, so yeah. All right, so web swinging across the city, Spider-Man finds it hard to believe that his foe, Dr. Octopus, is dead. Slipping into an alley, Spider-Man changes back into Peter Parker. Out on the streets, he purchases a newspaper and reads how
no
authorities...
body, no face, no case.
What?
No body, no face, no case.
And reads how authorities were unable to find any trace of Dr. Octopus. Peter worries that Octopus might have survived after all. No kidding.
Duh, he's an octopus in the ocean. Duh.
Say the plane exploded and vaporized his body. Wouldn't you find those tentacles somewhere?
Something.
At least a piece of a tentacle?
I don't think those are tentacles.
Peter
Randy
worries.
Robertson. Randy!
Yeah, his thoughts are interrupted by Randy Robertson, who asks Peter to help participate in a student protest.
Get out of here, Randy. Nobody likes you, Randy.
Hey, you know, he's the backup roommate when Harry Osborn goes nuts.
Ugh, Randy's the worst.
He's the party dude, remember?
I know, he's the worst.
Peter refuses as he needs to investigate the situation with Dr. Octopus. Unable to explain himself, Peter leaves Randy thinking that Parker only cares about himself.
Well, he does. And redheads. That's it.
Hey-oh. Should have been like, man, chicks. Be wall-to-wall chicks, man.
There's this car and it runs on water. That's who Randy reminds me of.
It's 1970. Should have been like, man, wall-to-wall chicks, man. They're groovy, man. As Peter goes his own way, he tosses out the newspaper, unaware that his foe is hiding in the nearby alley. Shouldn't that have set that spider sense off?
That spider sense ain't what it used to be.
I guess. That thing's in business for itself.
It's ting ting tingling, ting ting tingling.
I mean, it didn't even let him know that the symbiote was bad, so, you know.
Well, I could get that. It's an alien that might have overridden that spider sense. Because Venom doesn't set off his spider sense. I get that.
Exactly, yeah.
But I'm like,
So,
you know.
convenient plot point is convenient.
Well, this era, you know, didn't he have a cold like 2 issues ago? It's like, oh man, that damn head cold, man. Slow down that spider sense.
I don't think that's how that works, but if you say so, Stan.
Who knows?
I mean, it's Stan. You gonna argue with Stan? No, you're not.
I mean, in this case, it's just, oh, it didn't go off. Dr. Octopus recovers the discarded newspaper and is amused to learn that everyone thinks that he is dead and begins planning his next attack, vowing to get final revenge against Spider-Man. While Dr. Octopus
Sure,
begins...
buddy.
I know. While Dr. Octopus begins formulating his plan, Peter Parker rushes to a nearby rooftop where he changes into Spider-Man. He then begins a futile search for Dr. Octopus, but cannot find any trace of his old foe. If he had looked down, maybe he would have seen him.
Get your head out of the newspaper, kid.
When he swings past the Daily Bugle, he is spotted by J. Jonah Jameson, who tells his city editor...
It's the menace.
tells the other Robertson, Joe Robertson, to do something about it.
Like,
Robertson...
what do you want me to do? Flip out there?
I know. What do you want me to do? Jump out the window? Robertson tells Jameson that Spider-Man isn't causing any trouble, unlike the pollution that has been plaguing the city.
Yeah, garbage people. Pay your garbage people so they take out the trash, man.
I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff in the air in Marvel, New York City.
Mostly cigars from Jameson. I think that was his point.
Yeah. Eventually, Spider-Man spots Dr. Octopus climbing up the smokestack on the city's main power station. Fearing that Octavius might
So
black
you're gonna
out.
go fight him? Okay, that's smart.
Yeah, let's tear it down. Fearing that Octavius might black out all of Manhattan, he rushes after his foe. He ambushes Dr. Octopus and the two begin fighting it out on top of the power station. Spider-Man holds his own until Doc Ock damages a water tower, which threatens the protesters down on the street. Spider-Man braces the water tower with his body and pushes it away safely. However, this leaves Spider-Man vulnerable to attack. Octavius manages to overpower Spider-Man, and intending to kill his foe, he tosses Spider-Man down to the street below. Man, there's a lot of the last issue, this issue, him like holding up like heavy things so it doesn't fall to the street.
I like that they advertised that it was drawn by Gil Kane, but Gil Kane makes me think of Gil from freaking Simpsons. And may he rest in peace. He died like way back in like 2000, I think, or maybe 2001. But yeah, you got something for your old pal Gil. That's exactly who Gil Kane reminds me of in a way. But yeah, he was in his time. He was pretty cool, but I think a lot of people don't really mention him enough. So I think that's the coolest thing about this particular issue.
And again, sliding time, Randy Robertson states that Ralph Nader will be presenting at the protest. This should be considered a topical reference.
And it shall be for the next like 60 years.
I know.
Ralph
What would it
Nader be? Ruined the 2000 election. Anyway, sorry. No, 2004 election.
I know, Florida ruined that.
No, actually, technically, if Al Gore could have won his home state of Tennessee, and the home state of Arkansas, we wouldn't have needed Florida. So it's Al Gore's fault that he lost. Don't blame Florida on that one. I will defend Florida on this one issue and this one issue alone.
He was busy inventing the internet. Leave him alone.
On Beyonce's internet. The nerve.
All right, what do you think of this one?
This definitely feels like a filler. You know, it's the link. It's the bridge.
Yeah, between the first one and the next one. Yep.
But we get another fight. They don't hold back on the action. I enjoy that. Modern Comics can learn a thing or two.
We get action. We get Peter's personal life. We get Jameson. I mean,
it's
somehow
a mix. We're not just stuck in one place.
Yeah, Modern Comics. We got all three. So.
Hey-o.
Hey-o. All right, should we get to the big one?
90.
Yes, Amazing Spider-Man 90 from November 1970.
The first one. The first 90.
Yes. And death shall come.
Spider-Man. That cover's hilarious.
I know, just him running up the building with a body, which you can't see the face. And Spider-Man did it. It's all his fault. He's a murderer.
Somebody had Mysterio on the phone.
But yeah, same team as last time. Gil Kane's back. All right.
They had something for their old buddy Gil. That's good.
Yes. Battling Dr. Octopus on the roof of New York's major power station, Spider-Man is thrown to his death on the streets below.
Sure.
Quick. Would have been more dangerous if it was New
Would
Jersey.
have been funny if he just decided to change it to the amazing Dr. Octopus.
The superior Spider-Man starts here.
Exactly.
Or Peter gets arrested. Spider-Man is thrown to his death. Quick thinking, Spider-Man grabs his foe's mechanical tentacles and uses them to swing through a nearby window. Oh man, he grabbed right onto that tentacle, man.
I don't think those are tentacles.
No judgments.
You know how many tentacles Lilith has grabbed to save her life? Hey-oh.
That taste is still in my mouth.
With the tentacles still chasing after him, Lilith knows the feeling, Spider-Man evades them by hiding in a nearby ventilator shaft. As the arms retreat, Spider-Man tags one with a spider tracer in the hopes of tracking his foe. Oh man, spider tracer.
Not the spider tracer. Take a drink, kids. It's been a while since we had a spider tracer. Take a drink or mark your bingo card.
I mean, come on. It's just like he can track that by the tingling in his head. Who is this? Lilith Hellfire?
Fight me, nerd.
He tries to follow after Octavius, but the villain has retreated by the time Spider-Man gets back onto the roof. Slipping away, Spider-Man changes back into Peter Parker in a nearby alley. Feeling faint, Peter stumbles out onto the street where he is confronted by Captain George Stacy, who has been looking for him. Noting
He's
that
been
Peter
trying to
looks...
talk to him about his car's auto warranty.
Ah, what you do with my daughter?
Exactly. Peter passed out. He's like, oh, geez.
Yes, noting that Peter looks ill, George asks his daughter's boyfriend what is wrong, but Peter passes out before he can explain himself. Oh, Lord. Later, he wakes up in the Stacy home with Gwen watching over him. Hey-oh. Where are my pants? When he wakes up, both Gwen and George are happy to see that he is recovering nicely. George remarks how amazing Peter's recuperative powers are, leaving Peter to worry that George might know that he is secretly Spider-Man. Oh, don't worry, it's the 70s. It's the 70s. If he finds out your secret, he'll die. Don't worry.
Exactly.
That's always a death sentence.
Revenge of the Stacys.
Oh my. Left alone to rest, Peter mulls over this possibility, but notes that if Stacy had figured out his secret, he has done nothing to expose it. After some more rest, Peter decides to track down Dr. Octopus, using his exhaustion as an excuse not to participate in the upcoming protest. Peter heads back home. Back in his apartment, Peter begins working on a new web fluid formula that will hopefully give him the edge against Dr. Octopus. Okay. After rigging up the new batch to his cartridge belt, Peter checks on his sleeping roommate, Harry Osborn.
Gives him a little kiss on the forehead. I love you, buddy. Don't be evil. I love you, buddy.
My fetish is to get touched by a white man with cornrows.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Before taking to the roofs and changing into Spider-Man once more. I love that Harry Osborn's only appearance in these 3 issues is just his sleeping body. Look, even if they didn't fit all the supporting cast in this arc, at least Harry's there sleeping.
Like he always is. If he's not doing that, he's being a douchebag. So I'd rather Sleeping Osborn than, let Sleeping Osborns lay or lie or whatever, that whole thing.
Exactly. Where's the Lilith Hellfire drop?
I love to sleep and drink.
Yes.
Spider-Man then scours the city searching for trace of Dr. Octopus. When he begins picking up his spider tracer signal, Spider-Man swings to a nearby window.
It's a trap, you idiot.
It's trap.
It's ting ting tingling, ting ting tingling.
However, Dr. Octopus had been waiting for him and launches a surprise attack. Their battles take them to the rooftops where Spider-Man manages to spray his enemy's tentacles.
I don't think those are tentacles.
I saw that one thing in Thai. Not my cup of tea.
Spraying those tentacles. This causes them to flail up around out of control. Don't you hate that, Lilith Hellfire? Unable to control his arms, Doctor
Now
Unable
we're
to-
fighting.
unable to control those tentacles. Little hellfire.
Where's the bear? Where's the bear mace? Where's the bear mace?
Unable to control his arms, Dr. Octopus has to fend off his own appendages. Don't you hate when that happens, boys? High school.
It was cold.
But no, you have to fight off those appendages. High school. Spider-Man is not out of trouble either, as the mechanical arms are just as dangerous as ever. When they smash through a nearby chimney, get ready, kids.
Smash it.
Causing bricks to rain down on the crowd below. Seeing a child beneath the falling debris, Spider-Man is too far to do anything about it. However, at the last moment, Captain Stacy pushes the child out of the way, getting buried under the rubble in the process.
Damn, he just had an inkling he knew. Come on.
I know.
What
No
the
one-
hell, man?
Lilith, no one can know my secret.
Oh, that's what you get for following around Spider-Man. He's a menace.
That's right. I read that in the newspaper. So seeing this, Spider-Man rushes to George's aid, pulling him up onto the rooftops in order to get him to help. However, George has been fatally wounded and is about to die. George likes spicy chicken. His final words to Spider-Man is the revelation that he knows that the wall crawler is really Peter Parker and tells him to look after his daughter.
Well, hell, he didn't even do that, did he?
Ask you to do one thing, Peter.
What thing?
You did none of it.
You can do power and responsibility, but you can't do that. Jeez.
Peter is horrified, losing George in much the same way as his Uncle Ben. Take a drink, future Lil. He wonders how
Present Lilith.
He wonders how he can ever reveal the truth about his double identity to Gwen once she finds out that he is responsible for the death of her father.
We won't have to worry about that too much longer either.
I saved it from the goblin. It was that damn gravity.
Blame it on gravity.
Blame it on the rain. All right, so what do you think, Lil? Big class. You know what? Another death in his supporting cast, but this one hardly ever gets brought up compared to like Gwen or Uncle Ben or hell, even Ned Leeds.
I know. Because, I mean, they really didn't have a relationship. You know what I mean?
They tried to paint him as like Uncle Ben number 2, but
it didn't work. It didn't stick, which is probably why they killed him. And they're like, you know what? Get rid of the other Stacy too. We're gonna do something different.
The girlfriend whose father's
Yeah, the
probably old.
girlfriend. Now that was a real shocker. Like that really set the tone going forward for comic books.
Oh yeah, like when we talked to Jerry Conway.
Mr. Jerry Conway. Yes.
Scroll down, the Jerry Conway. Scroll down. Yeah, it's just like, hey, they showed that hey, you have to read every issue. No one's safe.
Yeah, that like honestly, that was like outside of like Uncle Ben, that's like the first time, and like that's to set up the hero trauma, but like a girlfriend, really, off a bridge. Ooh.
Shook the whole industry. Everyone was like, wait a minute, what about Lois
You
Lane?
do that?
What about Lois Lane?
Oh, DC could never.
No, not that era. No.
They did kill Lois in 9/11, so there you go.
What?
Remember that story? They killed Lois during the 9/11 attacks or whatever.
No,
You don't remember that?
I don't think.
I'll have to find that story somewhere. It's like a what if story or something.
Oh, okay. All right, so any other thoughts on this one, love?
It just kind of came out of nowhere.
Well, again, like you said, maybe they had to make some room or the character wasn't working or something, but I love how he has just enough breath. That was his dying breath. I knew
it was you, Peter. Take care of my daughter.
Oh my God.
So dramatic. I love it.
I mean, does he ever feel the guilt? It's like, man, I let that whole family die.
I mean, that's why they brought him back as clones.
Well, yeah, and then in the 90s they had George Stacy's brother Arthur, and Gwen's cousin.
Yeah, they're like like I said, the Revenge of the Stacys.
I mean, I see what you did in the late 90s, early 2000s, kids. They look like they killed off Mary Jane, and oh hey, look, here's Gwen's cousin who looks just like her, except she has dark hair.
Headband and all.
Exactly. And
It's
she was
genetic. The headband is genetic.
and she was friends with Mary Jane first, so it's just like, oh hey, this has the Mary Jane seal of approval if she dies. Wink.
Yikes.
I know.
That's not how any of this works.
I know. All right, you
All
want to
right,
get
new comic books?
yes.
I can't believe it took us this long to get around to, his death.
I know. What George Stacy?
Yeah, we're like, what episode is this?
I know. I was like, wait, we did Gwen. We did.
We've done Harry.
Yeah, we did. I think we even did the leads too. So it's like, yeah, let's do it because it's the 60th anniversary. I was like, this gonna make the 60th anniversary. All right, so do we want to talk the current Amazing Spider-Man 87
Yes, let's do that. Let me just get my notes.
with Captain America on the cover, Captain America and the Black Cat on the cover?
Yeah. So we're still dealing with Doc Ock, so there's that.
I know, but not in this. Wait, not in this issue.
I'm just saying we're still dealing with that attack thing.
Yeah, I know.
So.
I love that beginning when everyone's just like staring at Steve Rogers having lunch with Black Cat.
I mean, he's still a man, baby.
Yeah, baby.
I mean, she's not Bernie, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So, okay, this is Jed McKay and Carlos Gomez, and yeah, they knocked it out of the park.
Oh man, Jed McKay had a big week this week. I mean, Amazing
so
Spider.
big. Hell.
Hey-oh. And if the stars align, perhaps in a month we may be speaking with the man. So send your thoughts on all of his.
Everybody send out good vibes.
So he did both Spider-Man books this week. The Death of Doctor Strange was out this week, which was his. So
I read that, but I'm like, enough with the tease already. You said
yeah.
Death of Doctor Strange. Give it to me.
There's a drop.
You're welcome.
But yeah, no, Charlie and I covered that on Super Connectivity 378. So
scroll up.
Scroll up, scroll down. I don't know. But you know, I love Jed's work. I love the little touches they went to. They were eating. Wait, were they eating a cat witches? And this is such a little Hellfire move. I love Steve Rogers is like, I didn't know they should serve champagne here, and she's like, oh, I brought my own.
Exactly. Don't trust nobody. Might be drinking that cheap stuff from freaking the supermarket. No thanks.
So yes, I guess
rolls out of here.
So I guess Cap and Felicia agreed to retrain Peter. And look at that. She's like, yeah, you're not Spider-Man right now. He's Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Which is funny because remember all the crap she gave Ben about you're not Spider-Man. And really the only
full circle moment that he saw the opportunity for and he took it.
Yes. So yeah, and then we get basically they're rebuilding Ben's brain.
I like that they subverted expectations because you thought you knew where the story was going and then it kind of took a left turn. So.
I know. I just love to think she's like, who is this? Hobgoblin? Which one? I can't tell. I was just waiting for the meta commentary. Oh, don't worry. No one does.
No one does and no one cares.
Unless you're Russell, no one knows which one is which.
You got to rub that one in.
Venom, Vermin, Vulture. Are these in alphabetical order? But yeah, again, and we get the I don't know if this was Jed's idea or his artist, but they get the flashback, yes, to that animal t-shirt, which just what Russell was talking about from Amazing 249.
Yeah. You know it was Jed. He loves freaking deep dives. That's his jam.
In the bag on his head, that call out to Amazing 258.
Yep.
When the Fantastic Four.
I have that Funko Pop somewhere.
Do you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Snagged it in a bash off eBay. I was like, this person didn't know what they had. My pretties.
Bag man. Oh my god, I love just the little touches, like when him and Felicia are swinging and she's like, come on, you're swinging like Eddie Brock, no style, no finesse.
Burn.
I know. It's like, damn.
To be fair,
Burn.
he's kind of a heavier guy anyway. Pete's very, slender.
I know. I was about to say you're swinging
Aerodynamic.
you're swearing like a steroid head. Come on.
Like a meathead.
You're swinging
All
like a
this
man with
weight.
you're swinging like a man with no neck.
Damn. Leave Eddie Brock alone. He's come a long way. He might be teaming up with Ben for all you know.
That's true. But I love when he comes crashing down because I just hear Toby going, my back, my back.
I can do a little cartwheel if you want.
Oh my
So
god. And
please
here,
don't replace me with Jake Gyllenhaal. Please don't replace me with Jake Gyllenhaal.
here
That's
but
who should have been Venom in that movie, honestly, but whatever.
I mean, this one page, I could see that being after Toby crashed down. Here, I have some water and orange slices in here for you.
It's not a softball game, damn it.
I love when she's like, I got water. And he's like, I've never seen you drink anything but champagne. She's like, oh, Cap packed it.
I love that dynamic. They're just like oil and water. They don't mix.
I know. But you're at 75%. Your 75% should be equal to my 100%. I don't have superpowers. Did you forget? Did you think I got bit by radioactive Eartha Kitt?
Yikes. See? That just proves the point. They know.
I know.
What they did.
I love. He's like, you do have superpowers. She's like, oh, the bad luck thing.
It's like, that's not very helpful.
I know.
Although the cartoon does confuse me if you're a cartoon only person. That was the weirdest storyline change. I was just like, okay, that's not how that works.
But yeah, I think we talked about it with Charlie last night, but just Maxine Danger threatening the clone of Kafka.
Yeah. I mean, danger, it's right in the name. What do you
I know. And I love like this last test when Felicia's like, okay, tell Peter and Captain America, okay, here's the test. I just robbed this place. Come get me. Okay. And another great touch is Peter in that scene wearing the I'm Not Daredevil shirt.
Yes. Then stay out of the crossovers.
So yeah, Peter's still not back at 100%.
So as great as this book was, I'm just saying Beyond with Mary Jane and Black Cat was better.
Yes.
I don't know how they managed it, but it was better.
Because they do call it out at the end. Yeah, they show Mary Jane coming home in one of the Black Cat suits.
Mm-hmm.
It runs into Janine.
Convenient plot point is convenient.
I'm just waiting for her to open the door and be like, oh yeah, they really do have a type, don't they?
I mean, there's worse types to have.
I was gonna say, yeah, they're playing their little Hellfire game, man. They're after them redheads.
Gingers. Or as we like to say, pumpkin eaters.
Little Hellfire has her radar up. She's always like, red alert.
Nice.
All right, so yeah, let's talk Mary Jane and Black Cat Beyond.
I want this to be a real book.
Also by Jed McKay. Hey man, people go out and buy this, man.
Oh, I thought Saladin Ahmed wrote this.
No, Jed McKay. It says writer.
Okay.
Oh, the rest of them are all listed here as the Beyond board, but
Gotcha.
well, remember what Kelly told us. I think it's like some of these specials. The rest of them had their hands full, so I guess they gave them the Jed.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
And
yeah,
again,
this was a great story.
Yeah, and it was like kind of like the unofficial like wrap up of that Black Cat series. So,
which is still getting another number one, right?
Is it? I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, come on, kids. Let's sell this book through the roof. Maybe we will get that monthly Black Cat Mary Jane team up book.
I love how it's like I never really liked you, but I don't want to see you dead. So
Okay, and how I know Jed's a great writer. It's like he he uses the Hood in a good way. Parker Robbins, when Bendis was writing this guy, I'd be like, oh man, not this guy again. The Hood, not Bendis, but yeah, just Parker Robbins saying, go get my Hood. But I love Felicia Smart. She's like, no, I need the redhead. She's part of my crew. Pulling the ultimate Lilith Hellfire. She's like, no, the redhead. She's part of my crew. Come on.
exactly, she knows what's up.
Me, wow.
I thought that the art was so stunning on this though. Like that's what really like that cover. Everything was just super striking. Cover,
Oh yeah,
cover, all the art.
even
top notch.
even the amazing art was amazing. Hell, yeah, I think they just like on the other end with Batman, I think they realize Spider-Man, you have to bring the art. So
Yeah, I mean, but like specifically in this Beyond arc, it's like they're really like trying to push like the Spider Verse, as it were, and we
Oh, yeah.
haven't really. And I guess it's probably because of the anniversary too, but like we really haven't had a push like this in a while.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of almost doing the McFarlane thing, where it's like, well, we want to really build the brand and more toys and more this and more that. I'm all for it. I need a Black Cat figure and a Mary Jane in a Black Cat suit figure too. While we're at it.
Exactly.
So it's just kind of like weird how you can see like the machinations of the business kind of influence the story, but they still make it a great story. It doesn't feel like a cash grab.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just and again, it's like Jed knows those beats to hit. It's like we get that panel of Mary Jane beating down the Shocker.
Because he's cannon fodder.
I know. He didn't even have that conversation later. Mary Jane's feeling bad, and Black Cat's like, he deserves it. He's the Shocker. I mean, we've had that conversation. He deserves it.
I mean, we had a whole Shocktober, so.
Mm-hmm. And I love just like Peter waking up in the hospital at the end. He's like sees them both in black cat suits. It's like, oh, this dream again. Oh, be gentle.
Same, buddy. Same.
Hell. Dream only fans, whatever Little Sunfire's up to. But yeah, you're right. I mean, both issues were good, but yeah, I think the Black Cat Mary Jane was like probably the top one this week.
Well, it's because it's like Black Cat was a great book. Mary Jane, when she had her own book, was great. And putting these two together, it's just like maybe it's a testing the waters kind of thing. I don't know. But like their dynamic and how, they really don't like it just worked for me. I don't know.
I mean, I could see it because they're both tied to Spider-Man. Hell, but it's like maybe the Mary Jane book and maybe the Black Cat book were doing okay numbers.
Black Cat had a lot of critical success at the very least.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, I wonder if the numbers were, both of them were like somewhat okay. So thinking, hey, maybe if we combined them every month, maybe,
Yeah, because I know Marvel for a fact has been trying to push for more like female-led titles because, well, I mean, friend of the show, but like Captain Marvel just isn't selling like they were wanting. And that's why we're getting a She-Hulk and things like that. They're really trying to like branch out.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, She-Hulk. She-Hulk #1 was good.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
I can't find that poster to save my life. I'm very upset. Very upset. I'm gonna have to print it on my own, and I'm very upset.
But yeah, no, Mary Jane and Black Cat. Yeah, they should do that. Again, it's tied to Spider-Man.
Yeah, we need to. I don't mind building out the Spider-Man universe. It's been a while. I mean, as long as it's not Venom. True. I love symbiotes, but like Venom is done. Like, give me Carnage, give me Toxin, give me the other ones. Venom is done for now.
Well, we're probably going to get like, a lot of Carnage this year because it is the 30th anniversary. So.
Yeah, I like the symbiotes. It's just Venom he was the entry point. Let's move past it.
Do they need to bring Venom back to basics? I was thinking about this. Now that he's like got in his symbiote and stuff.
Adventures with his son. I think that's different and fun.
That's true. I mean, as long as
I don't know how other people are reacting to that. I know that's not what you come to a Venom book for necessarily.
Oh yeah, especially if you're coming from those movies. I mean.
Oh God, if you're coming from the movies, good luck.
I know.
Could you imagine being a Venom movie only fan? Like, oh my God, you would not even know.
You don't know. He's not funny.
Honestly, the more modern stuff is where they definitely get where they pulled from that Odd Couple kind of weird sexual tension. That like that modern stuff they could get into, but like old Venom, they probably couldn't get into.
That's true. All right. So, anything else with Hellfire?
No, just it's a good time to be a Spider-Man fan.
That's
Some would
right.
say amazing. Take a drink, mark your bingo card.
Oh man. All right, but it's funny you mentioned Carnage because next week will be our Carnage episode.
The Dirty 30 for Carnage.
Mm-hmm. Pick some random issues. Yeah, we'll cover Amazing Spider-Man Annual 28 and Web Spinner's Tales of Spider-Man 13 and 14.
Because we obviously already did Absolute Carnage
and we did Maximum Carnage on Comic Capers.
Yeah. Way back when.
Yes. And then in 2 weeks it'll be time for another Scarlet Spider Fest.
Sausage.
That's right, Love Hellfire, the return of the Sausage King himself.
Sausage
From Amazing Sensational Spider-Man #1, Amazing Spider-Man 408, and Spider-Man 65. Yes. Oh, that's Spider-Man 65. I think that's Romita Jr. art. So.
Oh, hey, I've been meaning to ask you. Did you guys do the 69 episode for Green Lantern already?
No, we're doing
What issue are you guys covering?
Well, we're doing the 69 issue this coming Tuesday. So.
Okay, is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah, if you want in. And then, in 2 weeks, we're going to be at our Devil's Reign Spider-Man issue.
Finally, jeez, it took this long.
Oh, yeah, it's like buried in the middle somewhere, yeah. And classic issue Marvel Team Up 68
So close.
to start our Man-Thing March, Lilith Hellfire.
Excellent.
I thought I'd say Man-Thing starts rubbing her hands together. All right, so yes, as we get closer, I'll let you know more of the list of the Man-Thing. The Man-Thing. Oh, you need the YouTube. You need to subscribe to the YouTube just for that. Little Hellfire's handing it. All right. So yes, send your thoughts on all that new stuff, old stuff. Email us, capesandlunatics at. Oh, hey, again for next episode, send us your favorite Carnage moments. Email us, capesandlunatics at I like when it killed that guy. Capesandlunatics at gmail.com or call the voicemail 61.
Talk about getting bricked. Hey-o.
So yes, capesandlunatics at gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow Ultimate Spider-Cast on Facebook, Twitter. Go join the Web of Spider-Man, our Facebook fan group. I believe now at 3.3 thousand members.
Can we still tell the original Moon Knight podcast to suck it?
Tell every Moon Knight podcast to suck it. All right, so yes, so find links to all the social medias for all our shows, the Facebook fan groups, the YouTube channel where Lilith Hellfire makes dirty hand gestures. Go subscribe, jazz hands. Links to most important, if you can, please subscribe to our Patreon. Again, you get early access at least weeks in advance to creator interviews, Mr. DG Chichester every month. And Patreon only exclusive content are superhero movie brackets. Who will be crowned worst superhero movie of all time?
Kind of sad we didn't put Spider-Man 3 in there, but it's all right.
There was we had so many contenders, Lilith Hellfire. We might have to do this again next year.
No, we're gonna do the best comic book movie, and we're letting Kristen run the racket.
Yes. Oh my God! Can you just imagine like the ad I can put up on social media? It's be like, for the second here because Ray demanded it.
Exactly.
Because Ray Russell and Justin demanded it. Because those are our patrons. Thank you, boys. And of course, you can also pick up Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merchandise. Everything. That whole list is at. You can find links at Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. All right, Lilith Hellfire, where can people find you drinking champagne in the early morning?
Mimosas. I wish. If you guys want to hang out with me on the interwebs, you can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire, on Instagram at Lilith Hellfire69, and of course, making the spicy comments on TikTok at Lilith Hellfire69.
It's all rape and murder, I'll tell you
Once I
that.
get to 1,000, I might go live, so you might want to, go ahead and hit the follow button.
You might what?
Go live. You need 1,000 followers or whatever they call it on TikTok to go live.
Oh.
The big finish.
You can see some Funko Pops, cool comic books, maybe. I don't know.
I was going to say, you're not going. How crazy are you going?
Look at my butt.
No. That would be OnlyFans.
No, she's going to give a inspirational talks.
You know how duck penises work, right?
Exactly.
It's a giant sized man thing.
Oh my.
Yes.
All right, kids. Thank you for joining us again next week. Our big Carnage 30th anniversary episode. And then in 2 weeks, Ray's back.
Let the sausage begin.
And then in 3 weeks, Devil's Reign will be here. But until then, swing on back.
Thwip, thwip, thwip.